Hi guys, it is Kara. Welcome to the show, and we are going to do a yummy cranberry butter cake. And hopefully you enjoy it, and it's perfect for the holiday season, so that's why I'm making it. Let's start with our ingredients. A butter cake, vanilla cake, French vanilla cake, any type of vanilla type box cake or butter cake. 1 stick of butter, as if we had not been buttered enough. We need 3 eggs, 8 ounces of cream cheese. I have the softened cream cheese, vanilla. I'm using craisins, and in this little cup that I'm moving around, there's apple juice. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a half a cup of the craisins inside the apple juice while I'm making the initial part of the batter, so that they can plump up and get a nice burst of flavor when you are ready to eat them. And then we need powdered sugar, a 9x13 pan, and some baking spray. So let's do that first. Let's put a half a cup of craisins right inside our apple juice. Now let me tell you, if you don't have apple juice, no big deal. Use orange juice just to give them a great flavor. I do this with my stuffing too, and it's amazing. They plump up for one, so they get a little fatter. And when you chew into it, it's not that real tart flavor. I don't know what it is, it just smooths it out. Now we're gonna set this aside, and we're going to make our regular. We have our butter. I just melted it. You can see in there. Again, if you're gonna melt things in the bag with the holder, more than 20 to 30 seconds, put a cup of water in the holder, then add the bag so the bag doesn't melt. We don't make the bags. We can't control it. And that way it won't melt. You're basically heating much safer. But never do it over 2 to 3 minutes anyway. But what we've got is we've got our cup or a stick of butter. We're going to do our 1 egg, and then we're going to add our cake batter. Now, when you make this, it is not based, you don't follow the directions on the package. You are just going to follow my directions. That's pretty easy. And rarely do people listen to me, but this is the one time that it's probably a good idea, because this is well worth following my directions over the box. So, again, you know, I use my teeth in just about everything, and if there's a good dentist out there, I'll probably be seeing you shortly. But we've got our 1 package, and again, butter, vanilla, doesn't matter. And you can do this with chocolate, so don't think that you're stuck on this whole white cake kind of thing. You can do the exact same thing with chocolate, just reverse. Ignore my all vanilla and do it all chocolate. So we've got this in here. Now, when we do this, because we're only going to use 1 bag, it's 2 steps, 1 bag. We're going to make it in here, and then we're going to put it in a foil pan, because that's how I'm going to serve it. We're going to take it to my husband's work. Forgive me for my abrupt departure. I had to go yell at my husband because he's calling me to see if I'm done making videos. Anyway, let's make the batter. Welcome to my world. So we've got the bag. Again, it's 2 steps. We're going to mix it up in here. Then we're going to pour it in our pan. You're going to use a 9x13 pan. Glass is just fine. I'm using foil because we're going to transport it somewhere. But this is going to be a little crumbly, and basically what we're going to do with this is going to be the base of our cake. And you can see it's really easy to mix in bags. You guys, I'm not kidding. Go grab a bag, grab the cake mix and mix it, and then you'll see how easy it is to do, and then you'll want to go buy the bag holder, because for less than $20 it's going to save you for the rest of your life. But what we've got is we're going to get this pan. I'm going to spray the pan. Sugar the baby now, sugar the baby. Okay, we are going to spray. Come on, please come out. See, did you ever talk to your food? Like, oh, please don't add like 2 pounds to my thighs. Yeah, well, let me just tell you, if you don't, you're not missing anything, because whatever you have to say to it, they don't listen. All right, here we go. Move the holder, open up my workspace. We're going to pour this right in here. And again, it's really going to be nice and crumbly. We're going to use our fingers. Ooey, ooey fun. Shake it right out of here. And when it starts to get stuck, don't stress. Go for the top and then work your way down. And again, we're going to rinse this out just really gently so that I can use it to make the topping for this cake. All right, here we go. I'm going to add a little more. And it's almost all out of here. I just want to make sure that I've got it all, because we don't want to waste any of this. This is really good in itself. So we're going to just squeeze it down and see how it comes out really nicely. Just like this. Perfect. Okay, if I get it on my fingers, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to hear me lick them. All right, let me set this aside because that we're gonna rinse out. Now what I need to do is I'm going to push this down. Oh my gosh, nothing like playing with your food. So you're going to spread it out evenly in the bottom of your pan so that you can put your topping, which has the cream cheese and the eggs and the sugar and all that yummy stuff and the cranberries, on top of it. So while I spread this out, because this is probably the hardest part of the whole process, and you know me and my dirty fingers, it's like, I can't touch anything, it's freaking me out. But we're gonna spread this right out into the 9x13 pan. So when you're done doing it, I'll meet you right back here. Our dough inside our pan, and now I just pop this bag right back on the holder. Now let me tell you, I didn't wash it out because this is one of those recipes that this topping is going on top of the same batter. So if it's mixed in a little bit, it's nothing to stress about. Seriously, it can be uncomplicated cooking when you're in the kitchen with me. But the one big thing I do want to tell you is that when you are doing bags, just make sure the lip of the bag right here has been wiped clean. I use a paper towel, it's clean, so that you can seal it properly. Now let's get started with our topping. And you know we have our craisins right here. Let me see if I can get this. Our craisins are soaking in here in apple juice. And they've been here for about 15 or 20 minutes because I cleaned up my space. And what we're going to do first is we're going to add those last. But I'm going to add the cream cheese first. Now this is softened cream cheese. If you are just using a block of cream cheese, I'm telling you, you just need to soften it. Because when you're working with bags, it's easier to do and faster to do things that are already softened or melted. So I'm just taking this right out of here. Scoop it right on the side, very easy. Make sure cream cheese is one of those things that you just don't want to waste. We're going to add our 2 eggs. So, 1. And again, using these little, my little plastic, I just went blank on what it's called. Placemats, thank you. Your mess is minimal. You put everything on here. You don't have to worry about the contamination on your counters, and that's why I use them. And you buy them at after every holiday for like 50 cents. And you go through them all you want for arts, crafts, cleaning, and of course cooking. Now we're going to do a teaspoon and a half of vanilla. Now if you get our recipe book, it says a teaspoon, but I like vanilla. You're perfectly okay with a teaspoon, but because I like it, I add a little bit more. So if you're like me and you love the smell and you love the flavor, kick it up, baby. Now we've got to do 2 cups of powdered sugar, and we will pour that right in here. Now you see that this powdered sugar I just opened, one of the things I didn't open with my teeth, but it's stored in a bag. Well, you know I am the bag lady. Do you see what I mean right there? Do you see how that pours? Because of the way it's stored in these crummy bags. So what I'm going to do is when we're off air, I'm going to put this into a gallon bag easily so that I never have that mess again. But we've got 2 cups of powdered sugar. Nothing like getting a little sugar, and I was a little short, so we need to do about a 1/4 cup. Nothing like getting a little sugar up your nostrils to wake you up. Perfect. And now we've got the craisins. So what I need to do is I'm going to use a spoon with a slotted insert, and I'm basically just going to spoon them right from here. Now again, you can do the exact same thing with stuffing, but let me tell you something. With the stuffing, if you want, if you soak these in a little apple juice or orange juice, add a tablespoon or 2 on top of the broth, because it will add a phenomenal flavor. In fact, go check out our cranberry and sausage stuffing, that video that we will be doing. This is one of those that I can't use the juices from it, but I'm telling you about it for another recipe that you do. So we've got everything. All I have to do now, like I said, is I wanted to make sure that my seals were clean so that I could close it properly. Let me move this out of the way. And then we are going to seal it, mix it, and pour it on top of the batter. So let's get mixing. Our batter is mixed, and I was able to clean up my space, and I'm going to show you the best thing about using bags too, is that Normally I could pour this. Well, I'm not going to do that. And then I have to get a knife and spread it. I'm going to show you the snip the tip method. So basically we're going to make a piping bag out of our batter. This is perfect for cupcakes, pancakes, waffles, etc. You make a piping bag just like this. You can see now it looks like a piping bag. You can see the cranberries in there. It looks so pretty. We're going to snip the tip. Now, depending on what consistency, like if you're doing icing, you could do it a little tip. I'm doing this batter, so I'm going to pour it over the entire pan, so I want to speed things up. So I made a nice wide tip. But the beauty is you can do it whatever you want, however thickness you want, and it's great for icings. You can make your icings right in here. But you can see, basically all I have to do is go back and forth. Do you see how easy this is? Can you do it this fast and easy? Oh no, I'm telling you guys. You are watching these and you are on the edge of greatness by using bags over bowls or plastic containers that are so big and bulky and time consuming and messy. With this, you don't have any mess. This is it. Except for that powdered sugar explosion, but that has nothing to do with the holder. And if I would have stored it in a bag, I would not have had that problem. But guess what? I'm done. All I have to do, this I'm going to throw away now because I can't wash and reuse it because I snipped the tip. But the water I'm going to save by not having all these dishes to use, bah humbug. Pop this in the oven at 350 for 35 to 40 minutes and we will see what happens. But this is our cranberry butter cake. Done. Doesn't that cranberry butter cake look phenomenal? Now you can tell we already cut a slice and took a picture. And then I thought, oh wait, I forgot to show you guys it was done. But tell me this does not look fabulous. Doesn't that, you can see the brown crust on the bottom? Yummy. So guys, this is the cranberry butter cake. Now again, you can leave out the cranberries if you want. And it's just a great butter cake. So sweet and mushy. My husband thinks it tastes like there's pudding in the middle around a sugar cookie crust is what he says. So we're going to take this to our friends at work, and you guys should make a batch for your friends as well. Visit us at facebook.com/TLFamily or facebook.com/bagholder and see our new blog at todaysliving.net. Guys, subscribe to my channel if you like anything that we show you because it just makes me feel good. Thanks so much. See you soon.